Hello dear students, it's nice to see you again. Welcome to our course Foreign Language. Today we are going to be looking at the topic boarding school. Third, the aim of the lesson is to develop language, communicative and cultural competences, critical thinking and creativity, to enlarge vocabulary related to the topic boarding schools, to improve speaking and writing skills. So the plan of the lesson is as followed: to identify definition of the words, the school and a boarding school, to define types of schools, to study factors influencing on the choosing types of schools, to consider advantages and disadvantages of going to the boarding schools, to explain the verb patterns. Students, when you think or hear the word school, what comes to your mind? What do you associate it with? What is a school? Can you give me a definition of the term a school? A school is a place where people, especially children, go to learn. It is an educational institution where students are taught reading, writing, mathematics, science, language, and other important subjects by teachers. Do you agree with this statement? Now, what is a boarding school? Do you have any idea about it? Can you give me a definition of the term a boarding school? Can you describe it? If yes, please answer. Attention to the definition of the boarding school. A boarding school is the type of a school where students live and study during the school term. Instead of going home every day, students stay at school, usually in dormitories or shared rooms. And now we will take a closer look at the different kinds of schools around the world. First, primary school, elementary school, a school for young children, usually from ages 5 to 11. Subjects include reading, writing, math, science, etc. Second, secondary school, high school, a school for teenagers, usually from ages 12 to 18. Students study more advanced subjects and prepared for exams or university. Third, boarding school, a school where students live on campus during the school term. They study, eat, and sleep at the school. For public school, no different meaning in the UK and US. In the UK, a private, often expensive schools, and in the US, a government-funded school free for students. 5. Private school, a school that parents pay for. It is not funded by the government, often offers smaller classes or special programs. Vocational schools, schools that teaches practical skills for specific jobs. Example, chef, mechanic. 7. Specific needs schools, a school for students with disabilities or learning difficulties, offering extra support. Online school, virtual school, a school where students learn through the internet, often from home. Next, after discussing some types of school, let's pay attention to the main factor influencing on the choosing types of schools. First, location. Is the school close to your home or far away? Is it easy to travel there every day? Second, cost. Can a family afford tuition fees, uniforms, books, and the boarding cost? Third, quality of education. Does the school have good teachers, high exam results, or strong programs? 4. School's environment. Does the school offers supportive and welcoming atmosphere? 5. Special programs. Does the school have specific special classes such as sports, arts, or languages? 6. Cultural and family values. Does the school's culture match the family beliefs and tradition? 7. Students need does the school support children with specific needs or talents? Now, dear students, let's point out several advantages and disadvantages of boarding schools. So, the advantages of going boarding school: first, independence. Students learn to take care of themselves, manage their time. Second, focus on studies. Fewer distractions can help students concentrate better on their work. Third, community. Students build strong friendship and sense of belonging. Four, extracurriculum activities. Boarding school often offer many clubs, sports, and arts programs. Five, support. Student teachers and the staff are available to help students at all times. Now it's turn to point out some disadvantages of going to boarding school. First, homesickness. Being away from family, friends can be emotional hard. Second, cost. Boarding school can be expensive due to tuition, housing, and meals. Less family time. Students miss daily contact with their families. 4. Pressure. Some students may feel stress from strict rules and academic expectation. 5. Adjustment. It can take time to get used to living away from home and newer routines. Now, students, let's focus on the verb pattern. What are verb patterns? Verb patterns are the different ways of verbs that are followed by other words, especially other verbs. Common verb patterns: first plus ing gerund. Example, I enjoy reading, used after verbs like enjoy, avoid, finish, mind, suggest. The second one, verb plus to plus base verb. Example, she wants to study, used after verbs like want, need, hope, decide, plan. Third, verb plus either ing or to plus verb. Sometimes it with different meanings. Example, I stopped smoking, I quit smoking. Example, I stopped to smoke, I stopped what I was doing in order to smoke. Verbs like stop, remember, forget, try. Why are the patterns are important? They need make your sentence correct and natural. Using the wrong word after verb can change the meaning or make sentence wrong. Next, after discussing grammar point, let's speak about quotation. So, dear students, do you know any inspiring quotations that highlight to the importance of schools? If not, in this case, please pay attention to the screen. Now your task is to read these quotations and remember all of them, because school is, it is important. So this quotation will help you to think about schools and try to understand. And at home, please analyze the meaning of them. Next task. Now students answer the questions about topic boarding school, relying on the knowledge you obtained today. First, what is the difference between schools and boarding schools? Second, can you name them and describe some common types of schools? What factors influence how people choose different types of schools? What are the advantages and disadvantages of attending a boarding school? What are the verb patterns and why are they important in English grammar? Can you give examples of verbs followed by ing and to plus verb? Next, on this page, you can see descriptive writing task about boarding schools. Choose one of them and answer. Please read this description at home and do it at home. Send it to your teacher. Next is a research project. Please understand boarding school around the world. Here are research project tasks on the boarding schools. A boarding school is a type of school where students live on campus during the academic term. These schools provide not only education but also meals, accommodation, and extracurricular activities. In some cultures, boarding schools are seen as a symbol of elite education and strong discipline. In others, they may be associated with isolated or strict rules or traditional values. This project invites students to explore how boarding schools differ across cultures, what advantages and disadvantages, challenges they offer, and how they are viewed by society. And the research question, look at the research questions and answer to them at home. Next is the conclusion. And at the end of our lesson, let's make conclusion and what we have done today. And the definition of the words, the schools and the boarding school were identified, the types of schools were defined, the factors influence the choice of schools based were studied, the advantages and disadvantages of going to the boarding schools were considered, the verb patterns were explained, and next, the references are given on your screen. You can use them in the case if you need. So it's time to say goodbye, students. Thank you for your attention. Good luck. See you next lesson. Brugel. Brugel. Yes, songs. Wat zei je niet meer?